As explained in my previous episode, in Chapter 5 of the Rhetorical Acts textbook, it examines arguments, a key factor in the rhetorical action. Arguments are essentially made up of claims and then followed by a justification or a reason to support the claim. The claims are usually assertions and they start at the beginning of the arguments, and then they're generally followed by reasons or evidence to really justify and explain those claims. Reasons serve as a base for essentially drawing conclusions. On page 109, it is described that an issue is a fundamental point in a dispute, a question crucial in making a decision, choosing a stance, or selecting a course of action. Most issues are questions of fact, of value, and of policy, and generally distinguish arguments and reveal resources. Questions of facts are often disputes of what evidence exists and how they should be interpreted. Question of value are disputes of what is desirable or useful, or either what is moral or ethic. And finally, questions of policy are usually courses of action. The most basic arguments are enthememes, induction and deduction, causal and analogies. Enthememes are shortened arguments that encourage audiences to participate through following argumentative cues provided by the rhetor. Dimensions of rhetorical action reveal a mixture and interaction of qualities. There is instrumental, which is tool, and consummatory, which is a purpose in the action itself, justificatory, or other reasons, and ritualistic, participatory, or performative, logical, which requires links between ideas, and associative, which is learning through personal experiences, literal, which is the described world, and figurative, which describes an internal state, and factual, which is verifiable, and psychological, which appeals to needs and desires. Strategies of proof mimic arguments, but they invite audiences to provide their own material to justify claims or draw their own conclusions. These include rhetorical questions, fortiori, to the greater, enumeration, refutation, definition, enactment, and turning the tables. The RPC essays of Austerlitz and Bremer demonstrate these structures of rhetorical arguments. As Austerlitz describes the rise of populism and how critics only review pop stars to stay relevant, he uses various examples and direct quotes to clarify his claims. He uses such as rhetorical questions to encourage the audience to participate. He also states his initial claims and follows with a Grantline article for support. Berman's essay on the spiritual essence of indie rock music uses various forms of evidence such as direct quotes, examples, and references to form logical arguments. For example, she claims some bands are literally secular spiritually, and follows it with an example of a specific band, I couldn't pronounce it, with a complex global web of secular and devotional music. Overall, claims and evidence make up arguments and serve as essential building blocks to effective rhetorical acts.